Well, it's that time of day. I'm exercising. Are you? The only thing about the best part of exercising to me is stopping. There's no good part. Boy, it takes, that's why if it's not a habit, man, it's hard to force yourself to do it. But it's stopping is the only part. I can't wait till I stop. But I still get out here, and I think it's the best thing I've done for myself. Man, at 77, I thought people were all dead by this age. My grandparents never, I don't think, lived to this old. They were usually in their 60s, and they died. But look at man, keep going, and whatever. That's why I think we're not going to even need Social Security. People are living so long they can keep contributing. It's the older people. That's the only growing population. Younger people aren't growing. And we're not going to do that. Let's see what kind of. Thanks for all you do. Oh, that's nice, Mark. Thanks. Good morning. Yes, it is a good morning. But it is a struggle every goddamn day. We're all struggling, and that's I had a wonderful looking at Let's Go Help and a discussion that was started by a nice woman who was yelling at everybody else in the group. Which was great though, because they're yelling for me. Because a lot of people get frustrated that they can't get it. I can't give them the perfect, website just to fill out a form and get a lot of money. And then, they think it's so easy and they can't find things and it's whatever. And then she just gave them the riot act. Telling you it's up to you, and that the stuff is great, and she called them "Let's Go haters." There are a lot of people who hate me, to tell you the truth. But it's I think the bottom line, a lot of this is the resilience factor. Why aren't we resilient enough to go through all this bad stuff that no matter what's going to happen? I think part of it is because everybody tells us everything's great, and just buy this and it'll be great, and just do this and you'll be great, and that's false. No, it takes what you have to do in life, not what somebody else does for you. And that's why only the tools. In other words, I sort of see my work. Here's a hammer, here's a saw, here's a screwdriver, and here's how to use it. Now you got to build this stuff because it is that's what life really is, and you're going to fail a lot, man. I mean, I learned that. And that's what school does. School thinks if you just follow these rules, you get everything. And that's nonsense. It may work for some people or one person or whatever, and that's what we do. And they're just the only thing you get out of somebody else's success is a little hint of something, another idea you could try, or how should you change what you're doing now. It's that resilience that we need. Because most things fail. I mean, God, I wanted to be a writer. Now I flunked English in college, so that was a big stretch for me. And I wound up having 2 New York Times bestsellers. But I had to write 100 books to have 10 make money. So that's why, I am so grateful for that, because now I have data to prove I'm right only 10% of the time. So I got real data to prove that. So that's it. Well, we're all guessing, but we don't get paid a lot of money if we tell everybody we're guessing, but that's what we are. And that's why when you're taking idea or advice or anything, it's just maybe a possibility of an extra little step or whatever to design your own life. It is all guessing. And the key to all of this, to me, is that's why we're the hearts now. Hey, how do you like this new shirt? It has a little bit of, see the hearts and then the question marks around the hearts and all kinds of funky stuff. That's why I think the heart is more important, because the heart gives you resilience. Questions is just the mechanical part. You ask enough questions so you get the right one or whatever, but you're not going to ask enough questions if your heart is not in it to have that resilience to keep going because most of the stuff you do is going to be wrong. You're going to keep falling on your ass. Yeah. And it's being resilient enough to do that. And I think that's, maybe we're such a developed country that we think everything is perfect all the time when it's not, and that's why everybody thinks, oh, if I have a lot of money, it'll be perfect. No, you can do everything you think you can do with money, you can do without. You just have to do it differently. And they don't tell you how to do it differently. What you need can do things without money, because nobody makes money if you're not buying money. And that's what Google is. If you're not looking for money on Google and buying something from somebody, then Google doesn't make money. But no, there's other ways to do things. If you don't have money, don't, whether it's education, starting a business or whatever, but it's that resilience. I mean, just what I sort of feel is, don't plan for success. That sounds stupid. Anybody, if you're successful, you know what to do, doesn't it? Anybody could do that. You got to plan for failure, because at least in my experience, 90% of the time, I'm going to fail. And even up to building my new venture right now, that the Facebook group, and finding out how to survive, selling my stuff again. It took me almost 10 years, failing in everything I tried. But I really believe in it. I think it's important. And so, to me, that's one of the ways to have resilience, is to believe what you're doing is important. And it's important to you, or something you really want to contribute. That is a way to keep resilience. And that's why you send me a note on what you think is a way to keep resilient. So you keep picking your ass up and going. And your tips, tell me some tips on how to be resilient, so we could share them with people, so they know more about being resilient. Because that's the key, to me in life, because everyone's going to fail. It's going to be a pain in the ass and everything. That's why I see, to me, another thing about resilience is humor. You go and pick your own. Nobody said I could do that when I give talks, but I do, and it wakes people up. And humor. So how do you get that resilience so you come back, to do it again, to try it another way? You don't keep banging your head against the same wall. You do it a little differently. Okay, that didn't work. Now what? Just don't do it louder or harder or whatever. You have to change the environment a little bit, the aspect, the angle. So it'd be fun if you guys send me some ideas, on how you deal with resilience. What do you do that helps you keep coming back, no matter what happens? When things fail, what does Superman do when he can't fly anymore? I thought I could fly. This cape doesn't work. Now what do you do? So that's it. Maybe we could share some good ideas to lift people up, because we all need that. Positive feedback, I think, is one of the nice things too. And that's why, to me, another thing in resilience, to me, is like, tell you the truth, what I'm doing now, like giving advice. That helps my resilience, because then I hear what I believe. Being resilient is hard. You think I do that all the time? No way. It is goddamn hard. That's why I like it, giving advice to other people, so I can hear, that's what I should be doing. So that's another way to get your resilience, is helping other people. Go volunteer somewhere. Do something, that you help other people do something. Whether it's kids or seniors or whatever. If you call 211 and look for, hey, I want to volunteer somewhere at a nonprofit, because you can do it remotely. And that's another way to keep up your resilience. The world's beating you up, you can't find what you need. Help other people do it. And that will help your own resilience. So that's the way to do it. So the thing is, just send me any ideas, because the more ideas you have, or I can put together, share with people, on how to be resilient. You can also email me at letsgofreeradio at gmail.com. And again, I mean, I get a lot of stuff there, but why don't you put resilient? Maybe that's hard to spell. Why don't you put failure? And I know it's this. And if you're really important to talk to me, I mean, if you don't hear from me in 2 days, you got to ask again. First of all, I have to take care of the paying customers on Let's Go Help on Facebook. So they're my first priority. They're paying money for me to help them and how to do. And then what other can help anywhere I can, whether it's answering things here or on Let's Go Free Radio. But think about being resilient, and send me an email on that or put it in the description here, and I'll do it, and we'll share all the resilient stuff, because it's tough out there, man. They're beating you up and most things don't work. You're gonna have to fail, pick yourself up, try another place, try something else or whatever, and be creative. And that's what gets you creative. When you fail a lot, that increases your mind. At least it does for me. Man, then I have to dig deep down. Oh, I have to get smarter now. I was doing everything else that everybody else said, and it doesn't work. So now what do? You got to think of something else. So you won't do that without the resilience and the perseverance. So that's what gets you smarter, is your own resilience. Okay, it's a little windy. I'm worried about the mic is probably all screwed up. So I'll talk to you soon. Thank you again for all the kind words you've been giving me. Thank you.